Hi. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Manifest Marathon, our first kickoff call. I'm really, really excited that you all joined on this journey with me. I am so passionate. I'm so lit up about this subject. And honestly, I've been lit up about this subject ever since I was like 12 years old. So I've started reading a bunch of books on the topic. I've done so many courses, so many seminars. So this is the time. You know, a big part of what I will share with you in this course together is, listening into, you can call it your inner guidance, or you can call it to the divine guidance. And to me, this came up to me as my inner guidance, or my divine guidance, that it's time for me to share these tools with the people that I love, which is you. So in this course, we will talk about the art and the science of manifesting. Yeah, and I say the art because a big part of it, I mean, you joined my course, so some of you know that I'm a little bit, out there cookie, and we'll talk about, the spirit, and we'll talk about the divinity, and we'll talk about faith and trust. And also at the same time, this course is based and is rooted on the science of manifesting, which is the physics, the quantum field, co-creating with the quantum field. I call it the universe. The physicists call it the quantum field. And also we'll talk a lot about the neuroscience. So all of these tools that I'm sharing with you, I didn't just pull them out of, somewhere. All of these tools have been researched by the scientists. A lot of these tools are deeply rooted in neuroscience and neurolinguistic programming and physics. So so it's going to be a combination of a lot of different tools. And to illustrate you the neurolinguistic programming, or the way our brain works, I'm going to give you an example in a moment, but I'm not going to go deeply into the explanation about how our subconscious mind works. Let me just give you an example. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to buy a car, a new car? Let's say for me, it was a red Volkswagen Beetle. I wanted to have a cute little red car. It was way before I had kids. So I just became obsessed with this car. And the moment I decided that I liked this car, all of a sudden, everywhere I went, I saw a red Beetle. So then my question to you is it that I decided that I wanted to have a red Beetle? Is it that the universe all of a sudden gave me a bunch of opportunities to experience a red Beetle? Or is it so that somehow the red Beetle came to the forefront of my mind, and my subconscious mind started filtering out the red Beetle and bringing it to my attention? So it's kind of both, right? I think it's both. The scientists will say, well, once you decide you want something, all of your brain, your subconscious mind will start filtering out all the opportunities for you to experience whatever it is that you are focused on. And it can be like about a new word, right? All of a sudden, like for me, English is not my first language. So a lot of times when I learn a new word, all of a sudden I see and hear that new word everywhere I go. It's in the books, it's in the magazines. All the people are using it on social media and in the news, right? Have you ever had that experience? It's kind of like that, right? It's neuroscience. So in the esoteric side of it, to explain that side of it, I wanted to actually use a quote from Albert Einstein. And the quote goes like this: everything is energy. It can be no other way. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and it must be yours. This is not philosophy. This is physics. So I'm going to read it one more time for you guys. Everything is energy. It can be no other way. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and it must be yours. It is not philosophy. This is physics. And that is why I say that manifesting is actually the science, but it's also, it has so much passion, so much art, so much inexplicable, like I call it faith and surrender and letting go and trusting into something that is almost like destined for you. Anyway, let me just get my thoughts into order, because sometimes I get so excited and so like passionate about it that I literally start like going ahead of myself. So everything is energy. So if I were to take this cup, for example, this cup is made out of a lot of molecules and particles that are vibrating, that are constantly vibrating. And if you were to look at this cup under a big enough, magnifying glass, right, a microscope to say, you will see that all of these molecules and particles are vibrating. And that vibration creates energy. Right? So literally everything in this world is energy, and so are your thoughts. Your thoughts are energy. You've heard it many, many times. And as A Course in Miracles says, there are no idle thoughts. So every single thought that you have generates vibration. Every single thought that you have generates energy, and that energy creates your reality. So if I were to say right now, my darling, it is your birthright, absolutely your God-given right to be healthy and happy and joyous and super rich and madly in love. It is your birthright to have all of your desires to become your reality. It is your birthright to shape your own destiny. So if I were to say that right now, what do you feel? Just take a deep breath and just notice how this phrase feels to you. It is your birthright to be healthy, happy, in love, prosperous, wealthy, rich, have the career that you love, have everything that you love. It is your birthright. How do you feel? Maybe a part of you, it has like that little bit of disbelief or resistance or doubt, right? Maybe a part of you is doubtful about this statement. And what I want to invite you to do today is consider that whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, even that subtle thought or subtle feeling of resistance, consider that that feeling, that energy, that thought has been creating a certain energetic vibration that has resulted in your life right now. So in other words, you and only you shape your own reality. And a lot of times people think that it's the outside factors, right? My boyfriend, my work people, the way I was raised, or the country in which I was raised, et cetera, et cetera. All of these outside conditions are affecting my life today. And I'm here to tell you maybe a bit of inconvenient truth that is actually backwards. It is your thoughts and your inner state and the energy at which you have been vibrating all of your life up until today have been creating your reality. And you can look at it as a little bit of a like bad news of like, oh crap, or maybe a little bit in disbelief, or I actually invite you to look at it as something really amazing. And your life may be absolutely amazing right now. I am in love with my life. I love every aspect of my life. And at the same time, I know it can get better, and I want it to get better. I have my own desires, and your desires and my desires are designed to become bigger and bigger. That's actually your divinely given right for your desires to expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, you know, what I want to do is I want to connect to that vibrational energy, that vibrational level at which I become a magnet for my desires right now. And my desires today are different from my desires 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 2 years ago. So we are constantly evolving. As human beings, we're constantly growing, and so are our desires, and we're shifting and we're changing. And this vibration, which we are creating is also constantly changing. And this is the definition of the quantum field from the physics. And we get to co-create with the quantum field. You know, that's what the scientists say, the yogis or the Buddhists say. They call it interdependent co-arising. The yogis call it co-creating with the universe, meaning that your thoughts, your actions, your words, everything around you actually affects your reality. It affects your future, and even affects your past. You're never not co-creating with the universe. You're never not co-creating with and interacting with the quantum field. Let me just take a big breath. I want to keep it simple. And sometimes I get like so ahead of myself and I get so excited about the subject that I sometimes get into this really abstract and big things. And I think like sometimes I can get too advanced and I can confuse you. So let me just take a deep breath. What I'm trying to say is you are the master of your own life. You shape your own destiny. You're the creator of your life, of your dream life. And that's, you know, and moreover, what I want to say is that your inner state, your thoughts and your vibrations are so much more powerful than your actions. So this brings me to this idea of what is manifesting. And to me, manifesting is both me connecting to my heartfelt desires, right? What I want. And at the same time, it's opening up and receiving divine guidance. So everything that I have had in my life, and you know, I think one of the videos that I recorded for you in this course, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at them yet. You know, I give you a real life example of me selling my 7 yoga studios. A lot of times people ask me like, hey, why did you sell Yoga One? Was it always a plan? And I say, no, it was never a plan until it became divine plan, until this message came to me in my vision meditation. And my job and your job is to obey the message that you receive. And because I obeyed, everything happened with ease, in perfect timing, and in a perfect way. Okay, so that's why I say manifesting is both connecting to your desires, which are divine by definition. The word desire comes from the Latin of the Father, meaning of the Heavenly Father. So the mere fact that you have these desires, consider that it comes from something bigger than you. And it's also opening up and receiving that divine guidance and obeying it. So it's your desires and divine guidance. Also, manifesting to me is taking massive actions and at the same time surrendering and trusting and letting go of control. And I know that all of these things are kind of maybe even contradicting to each other. And this is why it's the art of manifesting. It's not just the science, right? It's the art. And if you're a yogi, you know that anything in life requires constant balance and harmony. And what I'm saying is, you can be and you can live your life in a place of absolute harmony with all of these seemingly contradicting things. And moreover, we as human beings are changing and evolving with every single passing moment. So if you were to join this course 2 years ago, you know, and I know a lot of you have been with me for many, many years, and you will notice that my message today is quite different from my message even a year ago. You know, if you were to join this course a year ago, I would have told you, girl, it's time for you to like slay, you know, hustle. You got to hustle. You must take massive action steps. Your goals don't just happen. It doesn't just fall in your lap. You got to work for it. If you want to build a hugely successful business, like you got to work for it. You got to hustle every single day. And Gabriella may be like, yes, it does. You know, she has a hugely successful business. It doesn't just happen. So that would have been my message 2 years ago. Today, I'm telling you, and this is like something that I'm playing with on the edge. It's actually now, I believe that it is much more simpler than that. And actually, You don't have to hustle. As a matter of fact, the less you do, the more you receive. And this has been like a totally revolutionary idea for me. The less you do, the more you receive. And again, it's coming back to that idea that if I internally, in my head, in my being, energetic being, if I tune in into vibrational energy of whatever it is that I want, I literally become a magnet. I become a match. Like Albert Einstein said, if you match the frequency of the reality you want, and it must be yours. And as a matter of fact, today I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a ton of work. As a matter of fact, I think it is intended to be easy. It is intended to happen with synchronicity, with great speed, and with the least amount of effort possible. Let's take a deep breath right now. And I have to say, like, a part of me is like still, because I'm a workaholic. My whole life, I've worked my butt off to achieve what I have achieved in my life. Today, I'm telling you, you don't have to work hard. Today, I'm telling you, it's a matter of connecting to that vibrational frequency when everything just happens. And it happens with divine guidance, with grace, with synchronicity, with ease, with abundance, and with great speed. Isn't that exciting? It's so exciting. And that is why I say it's an art, because it requires you letting go of control, and it requires you having faith and trust into something bigger than you. And this course is designed to give you those tools. This course is designed to help you get that awareness, right, around the way you have been or the way you are right now that have been preventing you from achieving, like getting all of your desires to become easy, abundant, and speedy in your life. Do you know what I mean? So this course is a collection of exercises, meditations, rituals that mainly are designed to shift your belief system or your inner state or your thought process, so that you lock in into that vibrational level, energy level, when everything becomes a law of attraction. Just like Einstein said, everything just happens with ease and synchronicity. This is my intention for this course. And as I'm teaching you this course, I'm also learning it and I'm also practicing it. Just like the Course in Miracles says, you don't have to master the subject. As a matter of fact, you master the subject the moment you start teaching it. And that is why I'm teaching it to you as I am also kind of like mastering the subjects. Because like I said, just a year ago, 2 years ago, I would have said, girl, identify what your vision is, set your goals, and then hustle. Take massive action steps to get there. Today, I'm saying, yes, you still have to take inspired action. I'm not saying sit on your butt and do nothing. You will still do an amazing job and you'll still take inspired actions. What I'm saying is more subtle. Internally, let go, surrender. And the moment you surrender, that's when all the magic happens. That's when you co-create with the quantum field. That's when you co-create with the universe. That's when God steps up and makes it easy for you. So I'm going to say God a lot. If this is not the word that you resonate with, what I mean by that is the God of your own understanding. So it can be the universe for you. It can be the superconscious mind. It can be your inner guidance and your inner wisdom. So whatever word you are vibrating with or you're connecting with, just say, in your mind, just know that when I say God, when I say the divine, what I mean is the God of your understanding, a force bigger than you. Okay, let's take a deep breath. All right, I hope I'm making sense. You guys, you have a chat window here. on the side of your screen, and you're welcome to type in your questions or comments there, and then I will answer those questions as we go through the call. So what I want to say right now is my intention for this course is for us all to come in the harmony and balancing our own desires in receiving divine guidance. It is the balancing, the harmony of our massive action steps, things that you have to do in this real world where you can touch and feel things, and at the same time surrendering and trusting that divine force in our lives. And also my intention is for us all to become more aware about our habitual patterns of thinking. And that's why I ask for the divinity to step in and help us with that, bring awareness to our habitual pattern of thinking so we can shift our thinking and lock in into vibration where everything becomes easy. Everything becomes easy, everything, all the abundance, all the prosperity, all the wealth, all the love comes into our lives with ease and grace. Okay, so the way this course is put together, this is my intention. And like I said, I think I'm just gonna dump it all on you first, and you can play with it, you can grab different tools and apply them, maybe come back to them later. But my intention is to structure this course in such a way that first we prepare, we set the intention, right? And your homework for this week would be to clear out your closet. Like, clear the clutter in your life. And we start with something very simple. Organize your closet, organize your phone, take your phone, delete any sort of old pictures, old videos, old contacts that you no longer need, literally clearing out your bandwidth. And to illustrate that point, the first video is about the vacuum law of prosperity. The vacuum law of prosperity that states that in order to get whatever you want in your life, in order to get something new, you must first clear space for that, right? That's the video that's the video that has already been uploaded to the platform. And your homework this weekend will be to clear out, organize your closet, your house, your apartment, organize little things like your phone, your laptop. Start with the small things so that with an intention of clearing out space for all those things that you desire to have in your life to come in, right? In this process, like I said, the manifesting process is a two-part thing. One is you connecting to your heart's desires. Two is for the divinity to come in and guide you. So as you're clearing out your closet, like, connect with what is it that you want, and simultaneously having space for that divine guidance. So the meditations that I'll be sharing with you, a lot of the meditations that I do in my everyday life, literally in the morning, I start by saying, look, what is it that you want me to do today? And then I just sit in silence and wait for the answer. And the answer comes every single time. The more you do this meditation, the easier it becomes. What would you have me do today? And that's where the divinity downloads the message for me. This is where I get all the instructions, like sell yoga one, like put together manifest marathon for your friends, share this knowledge with the world. I mean, I get divine guidance all the time. What is it I need to do? And my job is to be obedient and just do it. Okay, so what's next? Next, we're going to create a vision. I'll take you through the vision meditation. And, the first week we'll do the vision meditation. You'll write it down. You'll put together a tape. It's going to be all exciting. I'll be uploading the content on that page gradually so that I don't dump and overwhelm you with all the information. What I want to say about the vision meditation is extremely powerful. Like I said, everything in my life, and not just like woo woo new agey stuff, but like I'm talking about real life decisions. You know, how I have expanded my business to 7 locations, how I grew my business, the offerings that I had in my business, how I sold my business, how out of nowhere I bought this hotel in Taos, New Mexico. It was completely illogical. If you were to ask me why, I'd be like, I don't know. I just got divine guidance by the hotel and I did it. And I'll tell you this story later. I just don't want to like dump it all at the same time. I'll tell you the story, how it ended up being completely divine guidance and the grace of God. Then I'll share with you all the tools. So I'm going to tell you, what is it? Hold on. Oh, you know, like I'm balancing this like energy stuff with like real life physics, because I know a lot of you are going to be like, Albina, that's total BS. I don't buy it. So let me tell you the law of physics. The system with the least diversity conducts the most energy. That's the law of physics. The system with the least diversity conducts the most energy. So in order for you to manifest your desires to become your reality, right now, if I were to tell you whatever your desire is, most likely you're going to have a bunch of glitching come up, right? Limiting beliefs and doubts and self-doubt and worry and fear and grudges and unforgiveness. All this crap is going to come on some level. It will come up, right? It will come up for me too. I will absolutely doubt myself. So I'll share with you the tools that will clear out all that junk, so that you can create within yourself, in your thoughts, in your inner state, in your energetic like being, a system with the least diversity, meaning no glitches, so that you can receive and move this universal energy through you, so you become the vibrational match for whatever it is that you want, and it literally comes to being your reality with ease, synchronicity, and great timing. So the tools will be these things. And we'll do some work around forgiveness, right? Forgiveness, we'll do forgiveness meditation. We'll do some massive work around forgiveness. This is really big and it's really powerful, yet it's really, really subtle. And what I can tell you from my own experience, you guys, this shit is real. I'm just going to tell you, this shit is real. You work on forgiveness, you clear out that glitching, and literally manifesting becomes so much easier. That's when like the gates of abundance and good breaks and divine grace open up, and you literally start to experience a miracle every single day. Okay, we'll talk about, I'll take you through a self-sabotage meditation. So this is kind of coming back to the neuroscience. There is a part of you, there is a part of me always that, will sabotage you, and I'll make a video about that. I already have a meditation recorded, but let me give you a quick overlook of that. So do you know some people who maybe lose like a bunch of weight? Maybe it's a person who loses 50, 100 pounds. And they get in the best shape of their lives, and literally 6 months later, they're back at their original weight. And they do it again, and they lose another 50 pounds, and then 6 months later, they're fat again. Or do you know people who are, end up in the same relationship over and over again? So why does that happen? I mean, obviously they don't want to be fat. Obviously they don't want to be in an unhappy relationship. The explanation is the subconscious part of our mind, the self-sabotaging part of us. And I'll tell you my personal story uncovering that self-sabotage part, that literally opened my eyes up in a major way. And I was like, oh, I see why I've been struggling with that. So again, like clearing out all that static, clearing out all that glitching, so that the system with the least diversity can conduct the most energy. That's the law of the physics, okay? I'll share with you many tools that I have to reprogram your mind. And I've already uploaded my incantations. This is kind of like, it was really vulnerable for me to record that video for you guys, but it's already out there. I took my incantations and I set them to music, and I feel a little bit silly about sharing this with you, but I'll tell you guys, it's so powerful that I couldn't not share it with you. It's like literally, it's a part of my daily ritual when I work out, and I'm like, every day and in every way, I am strong, healthy, confident, sexy, charismatic, brilliant, rich, unstoppable, unshakable, unbreakable. So in a way, it's a reprogramming your mind, and it's doing a lot of things on your physiological level, on your inner level, that helps you literally to step into your power and just slay and make your goals become your reality. I'll also share with you lots of different rituals that I have. I don't do them every day, but they're really powerful, and they're more on the spiritual side, right? The rituals that I'll share with you are like asking for an omen, asking for a sign from God, and then trusting that you get that sign. I'll share with you the process of surrendering, a meditation that I do whenever I'm overwhelmed with something, or whenever I'm faced with a big challenge or a big problem. I do this meditation of surrendering that is really, really powerful. I'll share with you abundance game. It actually comes from Abraham Hicks. That is, I think it's rooted in neuroscience actually, but it's also like expanding what is possible for you in terms of money, because money is a big part of our lives, and many, many other tools and rituals that I'll share with you guys. And then the last part of the course will be integrate. So we're clearing this out, we're identifying what we want. We have all these tools to clear it, to kind of become a part of our, to embody it. And then the last part will be to integrate it. And what I mean by integration is when you're fully integrated with your vision and with your goals and with your desires, your physical, your emotional, your energetic, your spiritual bodies become aligned and totally turned on for the goal. And whenever you're turned on for the goal, meaning there is no resistance, there is no glitching, everything becomes easy, everything becomes the law of attraction. And I actually already recorded and uploaded a tapping meditation, tapping. I've done a lot of different things in my life to totally master this integration aspect with manifesting. And to this day, I think the tapping meditation is the most powerful and the most quickest and the most efficient way to integrate it. And it's so powerful that I shared it with you on day one. It's already up there. You can do the tapping. Yes, tapping. So you can do tapping for everything. This meditation that I uploaded is on clearing the blocks to manifesting. This is it. I said a lot. I don't see any questions in the chat window, so I'm going to unmute you guys. And if you want to say something, you can. Say something. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
I'm just super excited.
Yay! Me too.
Can I just start?
Go ahead.
No, just saying I'm excited to do this and open.
Yes, Patty, I think it's really divine timing for you.
Yes.
I think it's all came in divine timing. That's another thing, like trust God's timing. Everything happens in perfect timing, just the way it needs to happen. And it all happens only when you're ready for it.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you have no other questions, let's start. Let me talk a little bit about logistics. So the logistics is part of the content is already uploaded on the link that I gave you. If some of you are watching this video and you haven't registered for the marathon yet, once you sign up, I'm going to send you all the links where the content will be uploaded. I will be releasing content gradually in the next 2 weeks. I invite you to do the work. So this course is not just like you watch the videos and get inspired for 5 minutes and then forget about it. If you want the results, you got to have the discipline. You can lock it into that vibrational level. All that is great. And repetition is the mother of skill. What I invite you to do is do those meditations several times. Usually, if I don't get the result from the meditation, I would do it 3, 4, 5, 10 times if needed until I get the result. So like self-sabotage meditation, vision meditation, I usually do them periodically, once a month, once every 2 months. So have the discipline to do the work. If you want to, how badly do you want it? Hey, how badly do you want your desires to become your reality? If I tell you, freaking go and clean out your closet, I'm telling you, this stuff is important. Don't be like, oh, I'll be in a closet, who cares? If I invite you to go and clean out your closet, clean out the closet. Because when you clean out the closet, it seems like so mundane and so unimportant. Trust me that by cleaning out your closet, you're creating space in your life for something bigger and better. And it can be a new lover if you're single. It can be the next $1 million if this is something that you want. It can be a new opportunity coming into your life, a new situation, something that will help you expand and grow and become better. So clean out the closet. And lastly, I coach hundreds and hundreds of people. And I'll tell you, like by now, I already know the pattern. And I'll tell you the people who succeed. And I do different kind of, coaching. I do business coaching. I do this manifest coaching. I do life coaching. But I'll tell you right away who will succeed. The people who succeed are those who listen, they do, and they succeed. The people who don't succeed are those who listen and they don't do. And then they're surprised or like upset that this coaching didn't work. Hey, you signed up for this course, you paid the money, you might as well do the work. Try it on. If it doesn't work, you can ditch it afterwards. But if you want to have the results, you have to have the discipline. If you want the results, do the work, and I guarantee you'll see massive shifts in your life. I'm doing this work with you as I'm putting together this content. I'm doing the work with you because remember, my goals are always expanding. My desires are always expanding. And how badly do you want it, right? I want it so bad that I get my butt up at 4:00 in the morning every day and I meditate for 2 hours. It's a little bit extreme. I'm not saying meditate for 2 hours every day like me. You can if you want to. And I say start by 10 minutes a day. Start by 15 minutes a day. Those are the meditations that I shared with you, and I will share more meditations with you. So I'm just gonna, again, like I said, sometimes I just go ahead of me. I'll release the content gradually. I'll do the work, have fun with it, get in the state of positive anticipation, expect a miracle, and I promise you, miracles will come into your life with great abundance and amazing speed. Okay? So let's all unmute and everybody just say bye. Thank you so much for having you with me. Unmute and just say holler. Just make some noise. Oh, you're unmute. I need to unmute you first. Okay, you're now unmuted.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Yay.
Thank you guys. I love you. Good luck. Have fun with it, and I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.